All right, friends, welcome back to the 2014 Canadian Ball Hockey Association Eastern Regional Championships on Bell Alliant Community One, and we got a good one. This is your men's B semifinal going on at the LBR. It's the Milton versus St. John Most Wanted, and here at the RVCC, we got a good one. St. John and Newfoundland Newfoundland Money Savers, the St. John Coors Light. When these two teams played in the round-robin game on Friday, it was the game of the day, a 4-3 victory for Newfoundland over the Coors Light. Newfoundland held off a furious rally from St. John in the last couple minutes to win that one. So we're expecting more of the same here today. St. John in the white uniforms and Newfoundland in the black with the red and white trim. All right, contact information on the screen, B. McLean Sports on Twitter and community1sports@gmail.com. Great to have you with us. And get ready for a fun game here. The winner will play in the gold medal game at 5 o'clock at the LBR to cap off the tournament. Championship Sunday here in St. John and Grand Bay, Westfield. Coming across the blue line, poked ahead there. A little bit too far for Sam Wadden. Of course, Wadden, he had 4 goals the last time we saw him in that loss for the team to St. John Most Wanted. Misplayed on the far side, a chance for Blunden. Now a hot shot there by Grant. Savoy on the near side. Up for Northrop. We finished off our coverage yesterday, the marathon Saturday, with these two with St. John versus the Most Wanted. Most Wanted winning that game last night pretty convincingly. So the Coors Light looking to bounce back. Poked forward. On the chase is Mason. Trying to throw it out front there was Ward. Now Ward on the near side corner. Ward shaking off Sam Tolk for Mason. Tolk takes it away. And 2-on-2 developing with Yetman. Yetman, a big, rangy, athletic player for this Newfoundland team. Shot knocked down by Yetman. And King goes to the net. Yetman watched over there by Chamberlain. King down for Tolk. Can't get it out front. Flying in is King. And holding on is Galbraith. So again, we're just getting started here. You can follow along on the CBHA website. Go to cbha.com. They got everything right there for you to follow along the action on the scoreboard. Finished up with HAF Hockey beating St. John Flyers. They're off the D gold medal game where they'll play Montreal. Ball bouncing around the far side, trying to get it as Barry battling against Baca. Picked up on the far side. That's Rice. Rice throws it in the net. Ball bouncing around the crease. Coming in and taking a swing is Smith, but it goes over the crossbar. And a little contact over there with Curran. He gives a Newfoundland player a push in the back. That was Sam Bragg. So the first great chance goes to the St. John Coors Light. Keith Walsh in net for Newfoundland. And Sean Galbraith in net for the Coors Light. Ball on the far side. Great pass, trying to catch up to it. He'll get there. A shot and off the inner part of the post for Steve Yetman. Yetman nearly had that one. Did everything but go in. Hit the inside part of the post and bounce back. So now both teams exchanging great chances. Again, this has all the makings of a good one. These two teams played a great game in the round robin. Very evenly matched. Just over 16 minutes left. This could be the game of the day on Championship Sunday. Shot right on, another save by Walsh. Knocked away by Wadden. Wadden had that game yesterday. 4 goals. Just a natural sniper. Sherwood, the athletic defender, and that's too many men. Newfoundland pleading their case, but too many men called on the Money Savers. So settling in, again, B. McLean Sports on Twitter. Your email information on the screen. Live and interactive. Comments, opinions, shout-outs. Let us know where you're watching from. I'll read your messages on the air. Love to hear from you. I know a lot of you friends over in Newfoundland are watching. Barging through the penalty box door there is the big fella Tessink. And that door has been sticking the entire tournament. All right. So setting up on the power play here. Shannon, Jarvis is out there. Sherwood moves towards the middle, comes on the near side of Jarvis. Jarvis going to switch with Sherwood. Minute and a half still remaining. Jarvis to the far side. Looks like Shannon, or actually Northrop. Jarvis wires a shot, goes high over the crossbar. Rebound chance, no luck for Burns. Northrop trying to hold the zone. They do. Deposit it back to Jarvis. Shannon comes to the near side, so they move Sherwood down. Burns fires a shot, deflected onto the stick of Yetman. Time to clear, and he will. All the way back down to Galbraith. Newfoundland trying to get fresh troops out there. They might get caught. Here comes Shannon. Shannon. Shot doesn't get through, and then the behind the back pass just missing Burns. He would have been in alone. Barry. Can't get it past Savoy on the far side. Nicely done. Keep it in. Now Barry again has a chance to clear. He comes across the near side boards. Over here is Baca. Baca back to Jarvis. Jarvis moves towards the middle of the floor. Back to Baca. Baca. Cross floor pass. Savoy a shot, but just missing. Still 27 seconds remaining on this power play for the St. John Coors Light. So Newfoundland in the black uniforms, St. John Coors Light in the white uniforms with the blue and red trim. Face off outside the zone. Win for the Coors Light. They go right back to it. Got a score in from the LBR. 1-0 for St. John. So 1-0 St. John leading Milton. It'll be a tough matchup for Milton. The most wanted beat them 8-1 in their first game. High against the glass. Barry. Smith trying to get it out front. Behind the net, there's Rocca. Gets past him. Rocca now in the corner. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Rocca. Can't get it through to Baca. Yetman. Gains the red line. Here's Curran. Curran turns it right over to Yetman. Onside here. Graham. Yetman. And then I'm not sure if he misfired on that or was trying to set up Wadden. But the ball went past Wadden to the far side corner. There's Graham working against Baca. Trying to set up Wadden again. So Newfoundland now out of the penalty kill, trying to respond. 7 minutes in, no score. The winner plays at 5 o'clock, and the loser calls it a weekend. And gets a bronze medal. Bronze medals given to both losing teams in the semis. Battling behind the net, that's Sherwood. Melanson fighting for it. Over to the far side. Baca. Off the boards, a little bit too far for Curran. They'll change. And Walsh has it. Walsh up to Mark Yetman. Mark Yetman to Wadden. Cross floor pass to Graham. Graham trying to get past Jarvis. That's a tough assignment. Jarvis clears it away. And now on the chase and trying to get a step here. In alone to the forehand and a gorgeous goal. Nicely done by Ward. So Ward scores, and it's 1-0 for the Coors Light. A 1-0 St. John Coors Light on a great move by Ward. Broke in with a burst of speed. And goes top shelf over the sprawling goaltender, Keith Walsh. So 1-0 St. John Coors Light. $11:55. So face-off to the glove hand side or the blocker side of Galbraith. Back into the zone, spinning and firing. And just missing was King. Got a shot right on there, a save by Galbraith. Face off to the blocker side here of Galbraith with 11:51 remaining. Face-off win, or a face-off coming up here with Tolk. Won by the Coors Light. Shannon can't clear the zone. Yetman keeps it in. Back to the red line. Near side for Blunden, and that goes over the glass. 11:40. Ball bouncing around. Shot by King and another save by Galbraith. So the goal by Ward to get us started. That's Rick's first goal of the tournament. Gloved away by Burns. And back here on the stick of Blunden. Scott Bragg let himself a little bit too far. Dived to try to get to it. Some John going on with Savoy and Galbraith. Fresh blocker. Coming down here for a Walsh. Not sure what the deal is here. They're putting a blocker on top of the net. Five on five. 1-0 for Coors Light. Under 11 minutes remaining. And the net. Pass to the near side. Shot! And a great save. Save of the game so far for Walsh. Breaking it alone there was Curran. Shot that goes just wide. Off the stick of Sherwood. Over on the far side, there's Yetman. Yetman. Nice stretch pass. In alone is Steve Yetman. And a great save by Galbraith. Nifty little pass off the boards here. They go to the far side looking for Sherwood. Sherwood battling against Graham, the 224s. And cleverly taken away by Mark Yetman. Can't gain the zone, though. And on the near side here, they come again with Baca. Baca can't get that shot through. Henry. Wadden responding. Wadden works his way to the forehand and a goal. Man, oh man, quick strike capability for Sean Wadden. Worked his way to the middle and went over the blocker of Galbraith. That's his 5th goal that we've had here at the RVCC. And just like that, we are tied at 1. What an effort. So with 10 minutes left in the first half, Wadden scores and we are tied at 1. Trying to get through here. Over goes the far side. There's King. Blast from the point that goes just wide. And a backhanded shot held on to by Walsh. So that is Wadden's 6th goal. With 1 assist, he's got 7 points. So 6 goals for Wadden in the tournament. And behind the net, a battle there with Tessink and Burns. Ball to the far side. Blunden. That could be icing. It will be on Blunden. Leading goal scorer for the Coors Light is George Northrup with 2 goals. 1 assist for 3 points. Trevor Shannon has 3 points as well. Knocked down by Savoy. The far side, a shot that goes just wide. And behind the net with it. Tessink trying to clear his Newfoundland. Here they come with Yetman. Splits right down the middle. King's not going to get there. Holding on calmly will be Galbraith. .8:31 remaining. In your first half, we have the women's gold medal game coming up. Collision on the near side, kept in by Newfoundland. Now it poke checked out, maybe a 2-on-1 developing here with Phil Rocca. Rocca can't get it across, though, to Dan Curran. Now the ball to the near side. On the sprint is Scott Bragg against Savoy. Savoy goes diving. Nicely done. A great hustle play by Savoy. At the blue line. Knocked in by Richards. On the chase is Bragg, and now Galbraith left it there. Bragg was the first one on it, so he kind of had to dive to poke it to his defender. Bennett coming down with Dan Curran. Curran out front to Bennett, just misses him. Near side, Graham. And through the neutral zone. And the stick of Sean Wadden. Does he have more magic? Glove save by Galbraith. Nicely done by Sean Galbraith to make that save. Sherwood tried to push it down the far side boards. Couldn't. But there to take it away is Fred Chamberlain. Bouncing around at center. That pass across. Now on the stick here of Smith. Great save. A little bit too far for one. Melanson. Over the head. Melanson, or Baca, sorry, nearly got it back from Smith. Through the neutral zone. Graham. Will work against a goal. Newfoundland has their first lead of the game. So Newfoundland scores, and it's 2-1. St. John got the scoring started, but now 2 unanswered. Newfoundland women's team into the building. They're getting ready for their game. At 2 o'clock, the gold medal game against Montreal. St. John trying to respond. Putting his glove behind him was Walsh. Burns right there in on the attack. But Keith Walsh makes a save. 2-1. Face-off win for the Coors Light. A shot that goes off the foot of Tolk. Another face-off win for the Coors Light. Get it in behind the net. Blunden, the first one on it. Goes off the leg of Blunden in front. And a save. Some pushing and shoving down there in front of Walsh. Officials trying to settle guys down on the far side. In behind the net. On the near side, here comes Yetman. Oh, going flying into the boards, getting up as king. He's okay. Steve Yetman, or Mark Yetman, sorry, dumps it in. There's Savoy. Savoy trying to shake free of the defenders. King comes in, gets one into the face of Savoy. And that could be 4 minutes on King. We'll see. So how much is going to be on the board here? It is 4 minutes. 4 minutes on King. Or check that, it's Sam Tolk. So Sam will sit 4. Huge development here. The Coors Light with a great chance. So Coors Light set up on their power play. On the far side there's Sherwood. Jarvis. Sherwood. Dump to the near side corner. First one down there is Henry on it. Henry trying to shake free of Shannon. Can't get it past. He will get it past Sherwood. It's back to get it is Jarvis. Shannon again. Shot that goes just high off the boards. Coming out, Burns was there. Get it back to Sherwood. On the near side, Jarvis. A blast by Burns. All the way back to Jarvis again. Down the far side corner. Still 2:48 remaining in this power play. A shot that goes wide over the crossbar. Into the net. Coming away with it is Burns. One-timer on the far side. No luck. Over there was Northrop. Just over 2 minutes left. Here's Shannon in this power play. Shannon behind the net goes around Northrop. Watched over there closely by Walsh. Hot shot off the blocker of the goaltender, Walsh. Keith, another save. .348 left in this first half. Just over 2 minutes left in the power play. 2:10 to be precise. First half action in your men's B semifinal. Dumped out. And on the chase here is Curran against Scott Bragg. Big collision. Curran goes into the boards. And now Curran and Bragg getting into it. The referee's right there, and Curran knocks down Bragg. Curran trying to plead his case, but he pretty much punched Bragg, knocking him down. And that's going to be a penalty. We're going to see how much this is. This could be 4 minutes on Curran. Curran trying to show that his shoe is being pulled off by Bragg. Bragg really held on to him there. But Curran, well, it's always a retaliation. And he'll sit 4 minutes as well for head contact. So 4 minutes on the frustrated Curran. He'll have to pull up his shoe and sit. So big development there. That nullifies the 5-on-4. And right back to a 4-on-4 now with an impending power play for the Newfoundland team, leading 2-1. Money Savers looking for a switch on the forwards lines. Paddled away cleverly there and right onto the stick of Yetman. What a great play by Keith Walsh. On the far side, Steve Yetman. Just a little bit too far for Brad. Brad goes flying into the boards. There's Savoy. Coming across with it is the Coors Light. This is 4-on-4 for another minute 17. Smith. Cross for Sherwood, a little bit too far. Hot shot that goes over the glass, over the board, or the net, sorry. Onto the stick, here is Sherwood. Sherwood down the near side boards, taken away. Here's Tessink. Tessink nicely done to Graham. Blocker saved by Galbraith. Graham tried to get it to Steve Yetman, who would have had an open net, but the pass doesn't get through. Gets past the glove of Blunden. Now he has to go chase. Over the near side. Blunden. Turned over. Stretch pass. Rick Ward. Knocked down. Falls down. Back through the neutral zone. Chamberlain. Cleared out. There's Bragg. Or Barry, sorry. Blunden chasing. Back to the neutral zone. And here's your 5-on-4. That shot goes to the near side corner. Rick Ward. Last one that goes wide. 5-on-4 now for Newfoundland. So they'll set up. Still 124 remaining in the period. 150 on the 5-on-4. On the chase is Sean Wadden. Wadden back to Yetman. Yetman to Henry. Up top of that is Rick Ward. And that penalty kill. There's Jarvis watching Wadden. Gorgeous passing, just missing Brad Yetman on the doorstep. Now across and over the glove of Galbraith. Galbraith slid across. He was in position, but the ball went over the glass. So 40 seconds remaining. Still a minute 8 left on this power play. Women's gold medal game coming up. A lot of fun for you friends back home in Newfoundland watching. You got the B semifinal. And stay right with us here. You got your women's gold coming up. Face off over on the far side. Again, 5-on-4 here for another minute. Face off win for Graham. Across the floor. Back up to Yetman. Shot. Steered aside. There's Wadden in the near side corner. Wadden. Henry. Gets it to the far side. In front, Yetman, and tips it just wide. Ever so close for the money savers right now. Gets past Brad Yetman. They got to reset. Only have about 6 seconds left. Firing one from the point is Henry. That goes wide. And that'll do it for a really good first half. A lot of fun. 2-1, Newfoundland leading St. John's. Here at the CBHA Eastern Regional Championships, your men's B division game. Score coming in from the other game, 4-1 for the most wanted after the first. So at the LBR, 4-1, St. John most wanted leading Milton. All right, so it's so far everything we expected it to be. Again, these two teams play the absolute classic. in that Friday round-robin game. And once again, giving us everything that we hope for here. In that game, it was 4-3 for the Coors Light. And going on the power play there. They went on the power play, did the St. John Coors Light. And the last minute was just crazy. It was all that the Money Savers could do to hold off St. John. And they did. But it was a frantic, especially the last 20 seconds. Just insane. So hopefully we have more of that today. 2-1. I think this story is yet to be told. Still lots of hockey left. .27 seconds on the power play when we come back to start the half for Newfoundland Labrador. And, of course, as mentioned, their gold medal game coming up Championship Sunday here in St. John and Grand Bay Westfield. All the men's championship games will be at the LBR with Izzy Germain. And we've got the women's coming up at 2 o'clock. So the women's championship game at 2 o'clock right here coming up after this one. A great couple hours of ball hockey. And then we'll finish off our weekend with the women's consolation game. And that's the 5th place team versus the 6th place team. The two semifinal losers given bronze medals. They'll have that 5 versus 6 game. But before that, our second half of this B semi. And then the women's gold medal game at the LBR right now with Izzy. St. John most wanted, leading Milton 4-1. Trying to punch their ticket to the championship game at 5 o'clock. And here in Grand Bay Westfield, we start our second half 2-1 for Newfoundland over St. John. St. John got the scoring started, but Newfoundland has responded with 2 goals. In there deep is Newfoundland. Again, they got about 8 seconds left on this power play. So Rick Ward got us started, assisted by Jarvis, and then Sean Wadden unassisted. Great individual effort. And then Steve Yetman from Wadden and Graham. So 2 points already for Sean Wadden as he continues on to be the player. I'm not sure if he's the player of the tournament. I'm sure the most wanted have a couple guys they'd like to throw in that conversation, like Stewart. But I tell you what, for us here at the RVCC, he's probably been the best player. 4 goals yesterday. And a goal already. Two to one as we start our second. Contact information again on the screen. Haven't heard from anybody yet. Live and interactive on Bell Alliant Community One. Let's hear from you, folks. Watching back home in Newfoundland. Or if you decided to stay in the city today and check with the webcast, great day here in St. John, the area. That goes off the defender. Back across half and all the way back to Galbraith. Keith Walsh in net for Newfoundland. Galbraith in net for St. John. Collision on the far side. There's Wadden colliding with Rice. Coming away is St. John 2-on-2. Mason to the far right. Trying to get in is the goal scorer, Rick Ward. Ward back out to the blue line. Plays it to Savoy. Savoy winds one up. That goes off. Blunden in front. Burns was there. A shot by Shannon that goes just wide. Diving over. Seen a lot of guys getting on the floor today. Not as sticky in here today as well. Not as hot as it was yesterday. So you don't see so much sweat when the boys get on the floor. It was hot in our game yesterday. Shot right on. Loose ball and putting his hand on it. The trapper is Walsh. That ball just sat there staring at Keith Walsh for a couple seconds and manages to reach out, getting a trapper on it before a Coors Light could get a stick on it. $17:44 remaining. And behind the net, there's Mark Yetman. Yetman watched by Curran. On the near side, a little bit off for Tolk. Savoy comes in to take it away from King as he pursued. And back across center, knocked in by King in behind the net. Over the far side, Tessink. Tessink out of the stick of Richards. Knocked in. Coors Light looking to clear. They get it past Richards. Right back to the blue line. Here comes Richards. Gains the zone. Across the floor. Great passing play, but unable to finish his Bragg. Off the stick of Murphy. $16:23 remaining. High into the air. Chamberlain trying to clear. Back to center. Dumped in by Melanson. In behind the net there is Tessink. Tessink, far side looking for Wadden. Pass comes to the near side for Blunden. Blunden. Cross floor. Lots of space on the far side. In alone, but his first touch fails him. That was Steve Yetman. Got led too far. Nice play by Graham, but then couldn't get it to the backhand. So that was a tough break for Yetman. He would have been in all alone, but just couldn't quite handle the pass. Got too far from him. Couldn't catch up. 15:25 left. Newfoundland a face-off win. Cleanly back to Walsh. A shot deflected just wide off the stick of Graham. Jarvis first one on it. On the backhand gets it to Ward. Here comes Ward across the red line. Couldn't get it to Burns. Jarvis battling. Both players falling, and it's going to be a penalty on Newfoundland. So those two great players, Wadden and Jarvis, come together. And it's going to be Wadden who will get the box. Of course, Wadden, maybe the player of the tournament. Jarvis, he was the legend here in this area, coming up through the minor hockey system. One of St. John's finest during his playing days. Coming up through the ranks of minor hockey. John, our producer, and I, just every time the player has to open up that penalty box door on the left-hand side, it's just a riot. And it's right there you see Wadden trying to get in. He couldn't get in. Finally, able to make his way into the penalty box. But that has been a source of comedy all week. Angry, frustrated hockey players who can't even get the door open to go serve their penalty. Dumped in by Talk. And here come the Coors Light. This is a 2-minute penalty. There's already 45 seconds gone, and Coors Light have nothing to show for it. And on the chase is Mark Yetman. Yetman can't clear it. Burns has it on the far side. Pinned to the boards over there by Henry. Now onto the stick of Shannon. Shannon. Working hard against Mark Yetman. We got Jarvis on the near side here. They'll come to him. They will switch. Jarvis and Dan Curran. On the far side for Burns. Burns has a man. It was Northrup, but Northrup just misses it. Northrup again. Back up to Curran. Curran back to Jarvis. Jarvis, the return, fires one. And a save by Walsh. Another shot by Curran, high off the glass. And onto the stick of Burns. Still 8 seconds remaining, almost expired. And we got a penalty coming up on St. John. So this one about to expire, and Newfoundland now will go on the power play. David Hickey. Thank you very much, David Hickey. Sending a shout out on the Twitter. A shout out to Team Newfoundland. At Shea Heights. That's their home community, Shea Heights. And bring it home. It's always, how much of a treat is that for Newfoundland teams when they do come at all sports of all levels, when they come over here and win a tournament and able to take that trophy back to the Rock. Did a Pee Wee tournament in Fredericton. At the end of March, the Pee Wee AAA championships. And the team from Newfoundland, I think with the Tri-Pen Ice, they went on a miracle run on Saturday to qualify for the championship on Sunday, and the momentum just kept going. They won that game, breaking in alone. Said Galbraith comes out. A dangerous play by Galbraith, or a risk anyways, but he makes it. Breaking in was Steve Yetman. Found a crease in that defense. And Galbraith challenges and wins. But that team from Tri-Pen won that tournament and took it back to Newfoundland Labrador, and the parents and everybody just so proud of their effort. Walsh. There's Wadden. Ooh, miscommunication there. Wadden wanted it. Walsh took a swing. And you could see Wadden, as he brought it up, was pointing to his chest, saying, my fault, my fault. But he's got it anyways. No luck on the first pass. Newfoundland, this is a 4-minute penalty as well. So still 3 minutes left in this one. To the near side corner. A lot of fun for Newfoundland ball hockey fans back home. The semifinal here, and the gold medal coming up after this for the women. Ball shot down to the far side corner. Still 2:27 remaining on the power play. 11:38 left in the half. 2-1. Ball dumped down. Ooh, Walsh turns it over. Dangerous. Rick Ward couldn't get the pass across. Rick maybe trying to do too much there. That was a dangerous situation on the turnover. But they didn't even get a shot on goal. Back to the penalty kill. 2 minutes remaining. Yetman fires a shot to the far side corner. Savoy. And a penalty coming up on Newfoundland. Savoy is down. He went down in a hump. Newfoundland player Blunden over there pleading his case, but he will go to the box. Coming in on the email now. This is Corey back home. Thank you very much, Corey. Number one fan, Corey, cheering for the Money Savers. I'm reaching out on the email. Thank you very much. Great stuff, Corey. David Hickey on the Twitter. Blunden goes into the penalty box. It's a 2-minute penalty. Savoy will stay out there as well. So you have 4-on-4. That'll nullify the extended power play for Newfoundland. 4-on-4 for a minute 42. Face-off win for the Money Savers. In on the chase there is Henry. Henry trying to dive to poke it back, sliding in to King over there was Melanson, and now Melanson boots it down the floor, followed by Curran with the ball, and Melanson couldn't stop his momentum. Goes offside in front of Dan Curran. So Chris Melanson out there with Dan Curran. And on the near side, Kevin Rice. Of that defense. There's John Jarvis. Saying earlier, Kevin Rice. Pretty sure he was a great basketball player as a young man as well. .28 remaining. Still 4-on-4. Face off over on the far side. And there to take it is Northrop. Northrop loses it. Barrett, or Henry, clears. And that will be icing on the Money Savers. Will come back and do it again in the Newfoundland zone. And Walsh down there, getting some water. Checking in on Walsh there. I'm sure he's okay. We heard somebody cough there a moment ago. Might have been Walsh. He's getting some water into him. Tough times for the goalies. Of course, they got all that gear on, and it's still a little bit warm in the building. Not nearly as hot as it was yesterday. Give us 1 second to restore our camera here. So, again, we're going to check on Walsh. We might have Shane Collins. I mean, well, pure speculation, but Collins over there looking like he's ready to go. Walsh are still trying to get him together here. I think he's just having a hard time staying cool. Got the towel over there. The trainer's going to come out and take a look at him. So hopefully Walsh is going to be okay. He's played a great game. Got the towel on his head. I think that's it. I think he is going to go to the dressing room and get looked after. There was just a few moments ago we heard a cough. His helmet was off. They're going to give him a round of applause. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Shane Collins will come in to replace. So here's Collins now. He's got to get right in there. Right in the heart of the fire. A 1-goal lead. 10:21 remaining. Power play or a 4-on-4 situation. And you know, with the way the Coors Light came on yesterday or in that round robin game, he is going to have to make a lot of great saves if they're going to hold on to this lead. So you're watching the 2014 CBHA Eastern Regional Championships from St. John, New Brunswick at the venerable LBR in the north end of St. John, and out here just outside the city in gorgeous Grand Bay, Westfield at the River Valley Community Center. One of the great small towns in New Brunswick and Atlantic Canada. God's country, as they call it out here. Just an incredible job that they've done building up these recreational services for the local athletes. Nathan Yetman checking in. So thanks very much, Nathan Yetman. Wishing he could suit up with the brothers, Brad and Mark, to bring home these trophies. And saying beat these St. John teams, and it looks like that's what's going to happen if they survive this St. John team. Looking very much like they'll be playing the other St. John team. The most wanted. Most wanted playing really good ball hockey. They've outscored their competition by quite a large margin. They made quick work of the Coors Light last night in a highly anticipated final game here on Saturday. But one team that did play them very tough was the Newfoundland Money Savers. I think they lost that game 4-3 to the Money Savers. And we got some Newfoundland people in the crowd here going downstairs. So again, we'll try to keep you folks home updated on Keith Walsh. Everyone just kind of thinking and hoping he's going to be all right. And some fans yelling to hurry up. I don't think that is what's important right now. I think what's important is the health and safety of Keith. So hopefully he's okay. So here comes the official. Let's see what's going on here. Give me a couple seconds. See if I can. It's hard to find out. They're pretty far down there on the floor. All right, so basically just to update you, just a delay here as they clean up around the net area. And again, hopefully that Keith, you saw Keith leave. Hopefully just a minor case of dehydration. Shane Collins coming in. Women's gold medal game coming up after this. You might be able to see Team Newfoundland running around here. You see a lot of this when you go to tournaments at all levels of minor hockey. Pretty much right now from Pee-wee all the way to junior. When you do these tournaments for men and women at the One Barn, you'll see the team coming up next doing their dryland training, running around the rink. And some obviously been big at the AUS level, and that Newfoundland team has a lot of former AUS players. So obviously they're carrying on that tradition. We're almost ready to go here. Your women's gold medal game coming up, scheduled for 2. We usually say that regardless of how long the game will go, they'll get that game started at 2. And see what they do here. Again, you have a gold medal game coming up. And this one is running a little late now with the delay. So we'll see if that starts at 2 or not. But irregardless, it will be sometime 2 or shortly thereafter for your women's gold medal. Here in your men's semi, as we get started again, 2-1 for Newfoundland Labrador, 10:21 remaining in the half, 4-on-4 for another minute and 6. Chad Locke reaching out on Twitter. Thank you very much, Chad. Great to hear from you again. Cheering on the Money Savers. Win this one for Keith. The hashtag. Great chance for Yetman. Separation for Newfoundland. 3-1. Steve Yetman. A 2-goal lead now. Three to 1. And good news for you friends at home. We're looking down at Keith Walsh. He's got the gear off. He's got his towel on his back. And he's looks like he's going to be okay. So that's good news for you guys at home. Looks like Walsh is going to be all right. Now down here on the near side at the glass, cheering on. You can just see him right there with a towel on his back. That's Keith. And he's all right. All right, so 3-1 now. The Coors Light with work to do. Halfway through. Still 4-on-4. Matthew, thank you very much for that. Sean Neary, number 87. No, believe me, just getting numbers in this tournament has been an achievement. So thank you for that, Sean. And that's been the great resource we've had this year, or this tournament, with B. McLean Sports and community1sports@gmail.com. You guys can correct any mistakes because it's been a battle. And I had Neary written down on my original roster, and then I said Neary, and it didn't sound right. I thought it maybe was Henry. But it is, yeah, Sean Neary. So thanks very much for that from Matt. But, yeah, I had Neary written down, but my writing is so horrible. The first couple of days, we were just feverishly writing down rosters as the game was about to start once they got to us. And I thought I had misspelled Henry. Great chance for Coors Light in front. So thanks very much for that email to Matthew. Ball on the near side corner. And now here we'd settle into this game again that we had in the round-robin game where Newfoundland just hangs on as Coors Light make a charge. That's what the situation was on Friday, and in that game, Newfoundland did hang on. Ball gloved down. Barry. And offside is Newfoundland, the Money Savers. Trying to book their ticket to the 5 o'clock game. So both penalties have expired. We're back to 5-on-5. Still 8 minutes and 14 seconds left. Back in the Coors Light zone. Through the neutral zone over the far side. Tipped in by Ward. He says he got a piece. He did. Ball slowly going to the far side for Tasink. Yetman clears the zone, and on the chase is Jarvis. He'll get there. First. And coming in is King. Across center. Mason. Off the boards. A collision at the blue line. Nice diving play to knock it in by Steve Richards, the middle school teacher. Dumped in by Mason. And it's coming away the speedster, Scott Bragg. Bragg gets a step on Dan Curran. Dumps it to the far side. On the chase is Shannon. Here comes Shannon. Ball gets through. Curran. And Wadden nearly breaks in. Wants the call, none forthcoming. Says he got hit. One more goal for Newfoundland would surely do it. Meanwhile, St. John desperate to get this thing within one. There's Dan Curran on the near side. Watched by Barrett. Or Neary, sorry. Now I'm calling him Barrett. Neary gets over on that pass to Curran. Graham to Wadden. Dumped in. Sherwood is there. Here comes Sherwood with Shannon to his left-hand side. Goes across the floor. Nobody home onto the stick of Walsh. Walsh dumps it back in. Newfoundland Home Hardware, or Newfoundland Money Savers right now in no hurry. 2-goal lead, 6 minutes remaining. Setting up in the neutral zone. Again, first pass, no success for Coors Light. Some space for Brad Yetman. Yetman from Yetman and a goal! Gorgeous goal. Brad from Steve, and now it's 4-1. And that may just book the ticket for Newfoundland Labrador. A 3-goal lead over the Coors Light on a gorgeous setup from Steve Yetman to Brad. .5:59 left. But of course in ball hockey, you know, goals can come in a hurry. New goaltender in net as well for Newfoundland, Shane Collins. So he's still getting warm. There's a shot that goes just wide. As we saw in that when these teams played in the round robin, the Coors Light will not stop coming. So 4-1 here. 6-1, St. John most wanted, leading Milton at the LBR. So right now it's looking like St. John most wanted versus Newfoundland in the final. .525 left. On a Newfoundland afternoon here in Grand Bay, Westfield. Here at the semifinal. And then the gold medal coming up with Newfoundland playing Montreal. Ball to the near side corner. Battle with Barry. Barry going against backup. And over the glass. Off the stick of Brad Tessink. Nearly hitting the referee. Twitter and email. Reach out to us. TSN highlight reel goal. The hashtag there. Chad Locke reaching out on Twitter. One of the goals of the day, no doubt. That fourth one. Under 5 minutes left. Can the local boys mount a charge? Melanson can't win the faceoff. Far side on the chase is Mark Yetman. Gets it back to Mason. A shot that goes wide on the far side. Wadden over there chips it past John Jarvis. And on the chase is Kevin Rice. Rice gets to it first. And he'll attack again. This is all 5-on-5. No luck again on that first pass. Newfoundland really clogging the neutral zone and taking everything away offside was Steve Yetman. Women's game coming up. This is our 4th game of the day. Had a great C division game. McGuire beating Ashdale. Started our day with Newfoundland defeating St. John in a highly anticipated women's semifinal. Newfoundland really had no problem. On the near side, here's Blunden. Pass from Tolk. And Sean Galbraith over to the far side for Chamberlain. Nice pass. Here comes Dan Curran. 3-on-2 if they hurry. First pass again, no luck. Trying to get it to Northrup. One-timer. Blocker saved by Galbraith. Nicely done by Brad Yetman. That was dangerous. Sherwood, Northrup bounces over his stick. And again, this frustration for St. John trying to enter the zone continues. 3.5 remaining. So we're back on pace for time as well. This one's cruised along here the last few minutes, so your women's game, very likely that will be a 2 o'clock start. Been very diligent this weekend in getting the games to start on time. Face off to the blocker side of Shane Collins. Talked yesterday about the job that they're doing in Newfoundland, Labrador with ball hockey, particularly in the St. John's area. The Newfoundland Ball Hockey Association. President Steve Power doing all his work. Coming off the success of the international championships that they hosted there last year in St. John's. I was there doing the games at the Jack Byrne. What a lot of fun we had. 3-on-2. Near side backup. But building off the success of that tournament, and you can really see it in the teams that are here this weekend. They are as competitive as it gets. That shot deflected over the crossbar. .232 remaining. Debate where that face-off will come out. Melanson at the face-off circle there against Yetman. The far side just outside. The Newfoundland zone. Ball goes to the far side. Can't get it out front. Ward. He's got the goal. They bring out the goaltender Galbraith, so 6 attackers are on the floor. Still 2:18 left and 6-on-5. In front, Shannon. Saved by Collins, his first big save of the game. Again, replacing Walsh about 5 minutes ago. Rice, right back in. One-timer, and over the crossbar, over the glass. And that'll come right back outside the zone, I believe. I can't see it. Don't think that touched anybody. Well, and here we go. Here's some drama now. A penalty to Newfoundland. It's going to be Dan Blunden. Mike Blunden, who will serve. 2 minutes for holding to Mike Blunden. So now 6-on-4. And now that 4th goal looming large. Jarvis, nicely done. Keeps it in. Onside. Here is Sherwood. Back to Jarvis. Jarvis on the far side. A shot goes just wide off the stick of Ward. And into the back of the net. Some time expired there, 1:34, so just 90 seconds left. This was the exact same situation in the round robin game, if you remember. But it was 4-3 for Newfoundland Labrador as they just held on. And White's going to call a timeout. Great call here by St. John. You're not going to mess around here. You got a chance. The door has opened up a bit. You're going to want to talk things over. Make sure you get this right. This is a great stuff here from Matthew, also talking about Neary, number 87, for Newfoundland Labrador. He'll be suiting up for Team Canada at the World Masters in Tampa, Florida. That's great stuff. Thank you very much to Matt for that. Neary playing for Team Canada. Last time we were in that tournament, we were in St. John's for the internationals last year. We had, I think Team Canada had 4 or 5 guys from Newfoundland. They had Terry Ryan and Patrick O'Keefe, who was a great St. Mary's Husky player. Just outside. Chance for Newfoundland Labrador. Sherwood, though, recovers. Net is empty. Took just wide on the near side. 1:18 remaining. Past the far side. One minute. Back to Jarvis. They got to hurry. This is 6-on-4. Can't get out in front. Great chance. No luck for Sherwood. Over on the far side for Burns. Burns fires one. Just wide. Here's Northrop. And time is running out on St. John. They got 35 seconds left. Trailing by 3 goals. Rick Ward. Back to Burns. Burns fires. Tried to get it to Northrop, no luck. Here's John Jarvis. They got to shoot the ball here. Northrop fires one. Off the outside of the net. Shannon thought it was in. Brad Yetman. Oh, can't clear. Jarvis. Past the far side. Burns lays into one. 6 seconds left. Shane Collins hold on. And Keith Walsh going crazy down here on the near side. Well, Collins comes in late. Came in with about 10 minutes left. And Mason has made some great saves. And they'll run it down, and that'll do it. Newfoundland Money Savers are off to Championship Sunday. They'll play in the gold medal game at 5 o'clock. That is going to be a doozy. Newfoundland Home Hardware, or Money Savers, sorry, versus St. John Most Wanted. They are in control at the LBR. If you want to take a sneak peek, no, that's the final now. St. John Most Wanted defeating Milton 7-2. So your B division final is set. St. John Most Wanted versus Newfoundland Home Hardware. That's going to be a great, great game. That is 5 o'clock Atlantic time, 5:30 for you friends over in Newfoundland. And again, don't go anywhere as we got more coming up, more Newfoundland ball hockey action. The women's team going for gold against the Montreal Warriors. And that'll be coming immediately up after this. Eugene Walsh, player of the game for Newfoundland. Usually they announce the losing team's player of the game first. This time they go with Eugene. For Newfoundland Labrador. Bronze medals coming up as well. John Jarvis, player of the game for Coors Light. And now bronze medals will be handed out quickly here. Coors Light just want to shake hands. A lot of respect between those two teams. They played each other really hard in the round robin and here in the semi. Two evenly matched teams, but a couple of brilliant individual efforts. One that stands out, that play by Wadden on his goal. And, of course, that Yeti to Yeti pass. That was a fourth goal. And those were beauties. So that'll do it for the men's semi. Thanks to everybody who reached out on the Twitter and on the email. Great to hear from you guys. Glad you enjoyed. And, again, 5 o'clock at the LBR. Be there, 5:30 Newfoundland time. You guys back on the floor against the St. John Most Wanted. Here comes Newfoundland Home Hardware on the floor, getting ready for their game. They're playing for gold against the Montreal Warriors. That's coming up at the very earliest, 2 o'clock. So see you in a few minutes. Thanks to everybody for being with us. The final score here, Newfoundland 4, St. John Coors Light 1. The Money Savers are off to Championship Sunday. We'll talk to you soon.